and it is Remio beginning. Zap, Lava Loon, Lightning right in the center of the base. This is a big war for MCES. The pressure is on as he uses a wall wrecker to the Town Hall. We see this a lot from MCES, don't we?
Yeah, these safe approaches. I don't think they want to take any risks with the blimps. No bait, and I don't know that they necessarily trust ATN with this, but this wall wrecker actually opens up relatively early. Sneaky Goblins do have the passage in and are able to just take down the Town Hall. This is a nice value out of it as it pulls the clan castle, allows the heroes to pick this up and continue on their way to get even more value. We can see the opening here. This is a nice long open chamber for the king and queen to both take out the multi-targeting inferno, the single and the queen, to shape up a really smooth, easy path for the Lalo.
Indeed, the Archer Tower actually made the Queen step a couple of tiles to the right and drew her in, which is fantastic. Always the chance she could have gone to the outside there, and that just gives so much value, like you said. She will have to take down the enemy Queen momentarily. We've also had the Royal Champion already having a bit of a stab to the right-hand side of the base. Presumably, we will see the Lalo moving in towards the Eagle to try and protect the Queen here as well as soon as she gets through these next couple of defenses.
Ooh, just drops that invisibility spell. Yeah, I was wondering if she'd hold that a little bit longer, but I don't think he wanted to risk that single not going down. The Lalo, though, pathing in, needs to see everything focus into the scatter shots, but the Warden's timing is perfect because it clips a huge chunk of the spread here to get these loons safely through both of the scatter shots.
Yeah, I thought he was going to dive in towards the Eagle and try and save the Warden ability for the back-end scatter shots, but decides just to take those down early. Fly right on into that Eagle at the end, because I guess he does have just much better spread of the balloons from that top area, and it has paid off because they have cruised through this base. 49 seconds, and he is good here with a big group of balloons. A Lava Hound not even popped, and one balloon in the pocket, which he can now use for cleanup. Down to the bottom, the exact start that MCES wanted. They only had this one matchup today. They knew they're going up against MCES. Against themselves, against Atn.Attax. So they will have their absolute best bases to try and defend. That was the perfect start for them, though.
Yeah, definitely a nice start. And you pointed out that back pocket loon. I love that move. You'll see some of the pro players doing this because they know if you ever run the risk of time fail, with the spread out of cleanup, or even you need a little distraction for a back-end defense, wizard towers, archer towers, air defenses. That is a good item to have. So Remio, very smart, and he's a skilled Lalo attacker. He knows that move in and out. Vala, also a skilled attacker coming in, but bringing in something we're seeing him do a lot more, and that is this Queen Charge hybrid, opening up the path for the Queen to make her way through to take on the scatter shot and make her push direct towards the Town Hall compartment. The nice thing is where she is, he can actually open up the outer side of the wall to get the Queen to path around and back into the Town Hall.
Valen knows this is baited now. That is 4 seeking air mines that have gone off right over here. But thankfully, he has not lost a single healer. There was also the spring trap, which very nearly caught that super wall breaker. Thankfully, he does have the second one. I'm wondering whether he's going to send in... Oh, he hasn't got another balloon to send in. So now it is healers protecting the healers, but being able to get through 4 seeking air mines. There is a 5th as well. He knows it's baited, but he's been able to successfully get through, and the wall breaker literally just opens the wall to allow the Queen around and to that Town Hall compartment.
You got to think about the massive head games that are probably going on between these two teams that have faced off against each other numerous times and likely trying to get into each other's head. But like you said, Vala is not falling for it. Now he gets his Queen moving through in a fairly safe spot. 2 more rages left to go to keep her alive, but he needs to consider starting this off. So we send in the drag riders directly heading over the Eagle. These healers are still picking up traps along the way. He's gonna rage up this Queen because she's not making her way. She didn't take the bait into the Town Hall. She's beating her way through the wall to get there.
He's still got the ability, so I think he's just kind of waiting at the moment, but I agree, she is taking her time, and basically all of the Seeking Air Mines were in that region, which means it could have gone awfully wrong. But think about this, Vale didn't really lose many healers, and it means there's pretty much none of them left for the Dragon Riders, and that is a major thing for the Dragon Riders. If they hit Seeking Air Mines, they were all to the other side of the base, so he's got an easy path now right of the way through. There is one more in the center, but that is basically all of them. Vale thankfully avoiding the trap set up from MCES. They know how close they were to getting him on that one, but it's not happening versus the world's MVP. 1 3-star apiece, and MCES have to keep going and putting the pressure on yet again.
And that was like tiptoeing through the entire portion of that queen charge step by step, but it pays off. You have to think about what your opponents are going to be trying to bring, especially to trip you up. And if you can keep on guard, you can protect yourself against that. But did you notice he had all of his hero abilities left just to the very end, about 37 seconds left to go. Didn't necessarily need to force them off, but did in good measure, but also had that invisibility spell left over. So absolutely dominating on that start.
Always the sign of a crushing attack when you have that much left over. But MCES will know that alternate. Whilst they are through, they have the #1 seed. They are going for more. They are going for absolute... I mean, they are just looking to conquer this league and make sure moving to the finals, they are that favorite seed, and everyone is worried about them. But Arium has to shake that off. He's actually diving straight in with the Battle Blimp, gets to that compartment with the invisibility. The tornado is there, though, for the Super Wizards, so he should get the Town Hall, but maybe not the value he was intending.
And secures a Town Hall there, drops the final invisibility spell to try and pick off a little bit more, but the heroes do not go down. He does, however, get the full lure of the Clan Castle troops. And with the connection of the heroes, let's see which approach he's going in. Looks like he's going to make his way into the Scattershot multi-compartment that will give access to help pick off the Queen and the defending RC once in there.
Can nicely take down the defending Latherhound down this area, just cruise on through that, and then the Archer Queen has that clear path, like you mentioned, already now setting up the funnel over to the right-hand side of the screen, just so that when the Archer Queen gets over towards that compartment, she can indeed break in. With the Royal Champion diving in to try and take down these areas. Let's hope the enemy Queen doesn't get too close. She does! Oh, that's unfortunate for Arium, but the RC actually takes her out and does him a favor in the end.
Yeah, that's going to leave a lot less pressure on the Queen, who can now help try and pick off the Royal Champion. But even if he doesn't, he's got the 3 headhunters as a failsafe in this one. Look at the Yak going, opening up the passage to the Eagle. King's not in the best position, but if he can open up the corner compartment, can lead the Queen through. But Arium is not leaving it to risk, going in with a Lalo, keeping the momentum moving forward. And this is huge, Judo, because he is tanking for the scatter shot as well. And this Queen's going to pick up insane value.
That is the most amazing Yak usage I have ever seen, breaking the heroes in and then helping take down the scatter shot. I want that Yak on my village, that is for sure, because now the balloons have got an easy ride. He still has the Warden ability for the back end of the base, even more balloons, the Queen ability, the freeze. He's got everything here. Vale's attack might have been impressive, but this is equally as good, as Arium pretty much did not lose a single balloon in that attack and makes sure to keep the 3 stars coming for MCES.
I love the Queen wandering inside that base saying, oh, hey guys, you got it covered. I'm good from here. Didn't even need to use the ability. I mean, we weren't sure if he was able to get exactly what he wanted out of it, but quickly with the Royal Champion, just powered through. And yeah, that Yak doing some extra favors there. Beautiful, superb work from Arium, but we expect no less. Also expecting no less, let's see what Ast has in store as he brings in the Zap Inferno Drag Rider, though that one lightning spell, I think we can still call it a zap, knocks out the air sweeper, which is very critical when you're doing these drag attacks, Inferno drag attacks, to eliminate a resistance and pushback, particularly when you have all these multis to worry about in the center.
Absolutely, and you can see the heroes diving into that bottom area. He's actually used 2 wall breakers to try and allow the queen pathing in towards the next scatter shot and the queen. He's actually done so, but he's struggling over in that area, having to freeze the scatter shot. Queen caught on the outside, and he still has not got it. The Dragon Riders will move on in, but they've moved away from the core pack of Inferno Dragons. This is crucial, as the Inferno Dragons now in the center of the base, taking a lot of damage. Are they going to have enough to get through here?
He still has a Royal Champion. He's going to have to play his cards right with the Skelly spell because he's still got the back end scatter to worry about. The Inferno Drags managed to path around the Poison Bomb, which is, oh, I say that. One goes right in low health, which means there's limited coverage for this Royal Champ, who now takes the lead. Lastly, the only thing keeping in the front line of the defenses and herself and this Tornado Trap, allowing the multi to continuously pick away. Drops that Skelly spell to distract, freezes up the queen, tries to get as many defenses as possible down before the queen can take her out. But there is unfortunately no hope left for her, and Judo, these Inferno Drags don't stand a chance with what remains.
Really unfortunate that the Expo locked onto the Royal Champion there and never looked back, just taking her down easily. And Ast did all he could with the spells towards the end, but that compartment on the 9 o'clock area really did him over here. It's not the percentage attack we expected from Alternate. This is looking good for MCES. Remember, despite Penta's victory earlier, if MCES win here, they are qualified into the final. And then it comes down to whether Tribe can win their next war to make sure they get through.
And Atn definitely secure, so I'm sure this isn't going to hurt them too much in their feelings at all, because they know they're that top dog, #1 spot. They know what they've been able to do, but again, it's bragging rights here for Atn on this because it's MCES. They want to always come in as top dog against them. We'll see if the defenses are there for them. Atn is known for their base building team, but we've not yet seen that connect for them. A lot of times we are seeing these teams come in with the hits early on that they're most secure with to build up the momentum, and leaving the attacks that they're less secure about for the tail end. I don't know if that's going to be the case for MCES because we still have Synthé up to hit, and he's usually pretty confident in his attacks.
I will say he normally takes quite a few risks though, doesn't he? And here he is. It's actually the Zap Hydra, so not quite as risky as some of the attack strategies we've seen him used. Maybe he's dialed back the creativity a little bit for this one. Make sure he goes with more of a reliable strategy, but let's hope that is actually the case, as since he's waiting here, it makes me think he's allowing the queen to get around to a certain path, but no, he's not. He's actually going up top where the scatter shot is alongside the RC, but scattershot standing. What did he take there?
We don't get a full connection, and that scatter shot is hanging on by a thread, which is unfortunate because that was the goal there. We'll see as he brings in the heroes to work along and try and adjust. The Royal Champ will pick it off, but likely wanted a deeper dive inside the base because we do worry about these multis. And the blimp is going to have to secure the town hall, so it can't really force its way into the center of the base.
I'm trying to think of what he got. I mean, presuming it was an Expo that he managed to take down, just counting them on the base. But yeah, he definitely wanted that scatter shot as well. Maybe just miscalculated rotating the lightning spells around. The Royal Champion has been able to take it out alongside that air defense at the top, so it's not looking too bad here in terms of the attack, as the Archer Queen also breaks down to the multi, takes that down, and he's basically still got pretty good pathing for the dragons here and the battle blimp to move right on through.
Oh, we do have the Headhunters coming out. Dragons taking the lead, though, need to swiftly knock it out along with the Electro Owl so he can reserve this Warden ability. He is able to quickly take them down. Blimp coming through. This has got to be timed just right to get the blimp in place. There are no storages really to worry about. Pretty far away here, so a safe push to secure the town hall despite the traps that pick up. And he does manage to get to the multi in the center of the base. This was the worrisome part because this is where we typically see the traps. Drag spread around, getting pushed back, but are still able to take it on. The problem here is this hound in the center.
Still got a Dragon Rider left over. There it comes down to the bottom area of the base where the Tesla are. Hopefully that means it can focus the fire of the central Dragon Rider to the air defense. Oh, but it's got no health. Oh, it's down. And there we go. Everything is spread around. Can they clump around this air defense and take it down? The Owl can deal with that hound all at once as long as the dragons concentrate their fire down to the bottom. 15 percentage points, 40 seconds, but the air defense really doing work, and with a storage now that the regular dragons would have to get through, it is indeed going to be the defense. It's a higher percentage than alternate, but it's definitely not what MCES wanted here.
Oh, and the hound just about to pop. Gonna add a little insult to injury, but the Drags will pick up that percentage down at the bottom. It's a good spot for them to be in, and some easy cleanup here before the Hounds distract their focus to take this down. 92%, not a bad way to finish this one off, considering he did not get the full value of his Zapquake from the start. And as you mentioned, this is going to leave them pretty secure. ATN's defenses are showing up, but at this point, they're going to need a little bit more.
Maybe a little bit of nerves showing there from MCES. Synthia does like to do the Skelly Donut method, and he does like to do very complex Skelly Donut methods as well. And you really need picture-perfect tile placement when you do that. So it surprised me that he missed a lightning spell there. However, it does allow Linnaid to capitalize on this. We know how good he has been with this Queen Charge Dragon Rider. It's kind of give him a new lease of life, I feel, since he's temporarily came out of retirement to join ATN again for this tournament. Always proficient with the Queen Charge Hybrid, and I feel this has allowed him to transition well into this new meta, utilizing the Queen Charge.
It definitely has. It's a nice breath of fresh air for Linnaid, and I think for all of us to get to see him coming back with his confidence and showcasing his beautiful Queen Charges at that for it. As you can see, works his way through into that Eagle compartment, helping to navigate the path for the Queen. This is very important here because we need to keep this Queen moving along. But I notice he has a blimp, which would be likely to secure the town hall in most cases. Though you can also use this in the center of the base. It all depends on what he is bringing inside it. So he can pick up value either way with the jump for the Queen by working into the core or going to the town hall. But I think she could have a lot of value just shaping up a narrowed out path by going for the scatter shot. We'll have to see what he's got in mind.
I wonder if he's waiting to... Yeah, he switched it to the Stone Slammer, which it surprised me he switched it that early, because what I was going to say, it's a little bit tricky to see exactly where the Queen is going to focus her fire quickly in a timely manner in the center of the base here. So I did wonder whether he was going to switch and use the blimp as a, finish the town hall quicker and get that done, but he's not. He's going all out here. He feels the Queen is safe, using the Stone Slammer to help push for the 3 stars. And there is the jump spell, allowing her access not towards the scatter shot in the middle, but she will tank it as the Dragon Riders close on in.
And that Stone Slammer keeping the funnel narrow, which is exactly what you want to see. And he's yet to actually drop the Royal Champion, though. You can see a little bit of a spread out. A couple of Drag Riders down at the bottom side of the base from the Stone Slammer here. Royal Champion coming through, trying to capitalize off of that, allowing her passage in and cleaning up just more for these Drag Riders. But can she get through quick enough to help take on the Wizard Tower and the AD before they make their way there? She definitely can, but no, ability just tossing off. And man, this one is knocked out of the park. Linnaid has come back, like you said, with this new lease of life with the Queen Charge Drag Rider, and always showcasing its power.
The Queen charged so much destruction. And she's back up in full health. He doesn't have to worry about her healing. He could go right out into a multiplayer attack if he wishes. Beautiful job. There's nothing else to say. The multi-target Infernos, as dangerous as they are, they always just get crushed with Dragon Riders. You get one of them into that area without any other defenses around it, and you've seen down to the southern section how much the Dragon Riders help the Royal Champion to cruise on through, and we're all tied up on stars. MCES, with the pressure now back on, they've lost that little lead they had, and they need to flip this around because you only tend to get one chance with alternate attacks. So Kingsman using the hybrid here, interestingly, try and get that 3.
I like that MCS aren't playing quite as risky as we saw them against Tribe Gaming. We're not seeing any of those no-spell Lalos because they know what's on the line at this point for themselves. So definitely not taking those big risks. Kingsman coming in straight to clear out the pathing towards the town hall now because we have the hybrid coming in. We do want to clean that up. We want to give this access, though. We, on occasion, get to see the hybrids rocking their way through into the town hall compartment. Does not look like that's going to be the case here as he starts opening up the sections for the Queen, which is not only going to give her access to the town hall, but she can push a little bit further through. I'm curious to see if he's going to rock her up towards the scatter shot or try and push her along deeper inside the space. But either way, we are starting to really shape up what's needed, and the patience is paying off to wrap this Queen around.
I really like this approach that we see quite a lot now, walking the Queen around the town hall and then in towards it, because basically what it means is the Queen is now not drawn through the town hall. There's nothing over there because she's already taken it out, so she doesn't necessarily step into that Giga Poison, and it's just a nice way of avoiding it. As we see the King and Siege Barracks over to that other side of the base, setting up for the hybrid. Getting flashbacks of Town Hall 13 meta here, Lady B, as it charges on through. But we do have quite a spread out area of splash here and only 2 heal spells to help him through.
Not even flinching with that Queen, taking on damage, allowing her to reserve the ability, still able to work her way through. She's going to have to beat her way through the wall, but she's there, and she did a lot of value in the tanking for that scatter shot to give the initial push for the hybrid to come through. We don't have any more heal spells left, unfortunately, once we get out of this compartment, but we do have 2 freezes to hold off the splash damage.
The owl chain through the multi at the top, which helped the Queen massively, eliminated damage. And with that freeze spell on the scatter shot, Hog Rider's still to the outside though. 30 seconds, he's got the Queen ability, but can she get through the wall into that compartment quick enough? Maybe the Yak can do them a favor here again, Lady B.
Oh, one hug and a dream works his way in, and here's the reinforcement. Only 22 seconds left to go. They know it takes a village to take that down, and those hogs are going for it, allowing the King, the Queen, to pick up the cleanup, but they still need to get through this gold storage. 10 seconds left. There has been damage on it. 6 seconds. Yak's coming in, and Kingsman nails the 3-star just near the buzzer. Huge
Everything
turnaround.
going right for him at the end. Those Hog Riders, definitely the MVP of the matchup. I think those were Clan Castle Hog Riders that came out of the Siege Barracks late as well. So super impressive attack. Always good to see strategies that aren't quite in the meta being used successfully, and MCES doing what they need to do. They have that higher percentage, so it is still in their hands at this point. If they continue to 3-star, they secure their spot into the finals.
Yeah, they are giving it their all today. Again, no risks today, but still coming in with some beautiful hits. And Yo-Yo coming in with something that we don't often get to see him doing that much anymore. As the Queen charge Lalo, opening up the path, leading straight to the town hall. Queen has easy funnel access here and securely working along, taking a little bit of damage, but he's taking his time on this one. Gets that wall break in and this will force her moving through. But we've got 3 more super wall breakers, which means we can pick up more value for the king in some of the outlying compartments. We've got scatter shots, we've got multis that we want to consider taking down here and continue to push a massive punch on defenses. But the king's going for the walk. We've got the wall open for the scatter shot compartment.
Yeah, the wizard was just too late, wasn't it? The king is gone. Now, by having that compartment open by the scattershot, it does mean his next wall breaker, as you see there, can target through to in front of the queen, and then he still has another to get the queen towards that multi, but he has had to change things up, send the stone slammer into this compartment, and I don't think it's too big of an adjustment here, honestly. He should be able to take that down relatively easily, as long as he was intending on sending the lava loon from this area, with it, which it looks like he was. So all not lost here for Yo-Yo, but the tornado trap definitely not helping him out, as the Archer Queen's still doing work on the balloons, and there is a pack of them already down.
Oh, I was hoping to see that Stone Slammer go into the center of the base, help pick up the multi, particularly with that timing of the Warden's ability. But it doesn't make its way through, which means there's going to have to be a backtrack. He's got 1 haste just coming down now, an invisibility spell to try and hold these loons for the back end. Queen's still doing well. She's full health, but these loons are suffering through the core and not going to provide any support for her.
Well, she had that one healer until the Seeking Air Mine had other ideas. She is now taking major damage. But can he still get this, Lady B? He has used that haste spell incredibly well to get the central multi. The dragon can try and get the Royal Champion with the minions. Is she going to go down? Oh, it's as if that came up right now, right in the most tense moment. Does he use the invisibility on the Queen? He can't really use it on the dragon because it's onto the Royal Champion. It would turn the Royal Champion invisible. What has happened? Here we go. Grand Warden helping out. The Royal Champion does go down, and I think he's still going to get this. Can you? Oh, what's he doing with the invisibility?
Was this a disconnect? Please don't tell me this was a disconnect.
No.
The Warden, the Electro Owl trying to chain through. Get the job done.
Must have been. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's a heartbreaker.
Oh, that is now going to mean that MCES have pretty much got this. Now, let's remind everybody, Atn.Attax, they have secured their #1 spot. They won't be too upset about that. However, it's definitely not what you want. When you know you could have got that 3-star, MCES will be rubbing their hands right now, though, because they just need the high percentage 2-star in order to secure this. And then Alternate couldn't catch up, and this solidifies their spot to the final. They get that extra win over Penta, and it then comes down to the next matchup as to whether it's Tribe or Penta joining Alternate, Tompanai, and MCES in the finals.
Yeah, this is it's a tough go for Atn on that one. You have to, you have to have your heart bleed out for these disconnects when they happen, especially when an invisibility spell could have made that huge difference. And this, unfortunately, is the second time it's happened for Atn. I want to say this past week or so, with these disconnects making a difference in their war status. But yeah, it's a tough go when this happens. But Atn will still truck on, still in a great spot. It just means MCES is that much more closer to securing this position for themselves. But again, they need to keep on their toes. We don't want to see any 1-stars coming through. You can't just let your guard down because you think you're almost there.
Absolutely. And we have, I don't want to necessarily talk about it, but we have seen that, haven't we, in the challenge where a safe 2-star was needed and a 1-star did come through. So Tryhard will be, feeling relatively confident with the Blizzard Dragons, because the Blizzard is obviously intended to get the Town Hall early on. That gives him the 1st star. Was he late on the invisibility there? I think the scatter got a shot off. Oh. It did. Oh my gosh, Tryhard. Oh no!
Now, the good thing, okay, we talked about this, Judo. We said we don't want to go for the 1-star. This is all about correction at this point. They need to get this town hall down. They need to refocus the plan. But the bigger thing is getting that high percentage. And could this be the small opening for Tribe to turn it back around? It's all going to depend on how Tryhard can adjust, but he is forcing both of these heroes to come in. King taking the lead, gets the clan castle lure, and has to use, he holds on to those invisibility spells at very least to use for the heroes.
I mean, at least it does help him out in that regard. He's got the town hall, but I think, like you rightly said, it's all the percentages. Oh, he missed the single inferno. Nothing going right here for him. He is sending the dragons in from this area, but you never know when that might beam up and how the pathing is going to get to that easily as it gets repaired as well. He didn't want to put any spell investment on the queen because he needs the spells for his dragons if he's going to get that high percentage. But look at the single. It's already taken out a Dragon Rider. That is 25 troop capacity gone because of that. Now, what can he do here? He's got a minute 13. So the thing that worries me is even if he has the power, he doesn't have any rage spells. He's only got an invisibility. How much percentage will he get through this base? I don't know if it's going to be enough.
It doesn't look like it. The drag's pathing straight through the center. The royal champ trying to help out on the outskirts. And the pathing through the center isn't a terrible thing, though. The warden ability was used early. Potential traps here, which will knock out the dragons, especially as that eagle continues to fire away. And the royal champ has some opportunity to start taking shots against them. And look at this. One dragon left, it looks like, in the center of this base. Maybe two. But they're down for the count. This is the percentage that Atn was looking to see come in if they can turn around for a 3-star.
That would mean alternate take this. They get an even better lead towards the top. But looking at the star count overall, Lady B, I think that MCES are still going to be qualified here. They have more stars than Penta overall. So I believe MCES, even if alternate get the 3-star here, will probably just sneak into the finals on total stars earned across the entire challenge.
Yeah, they've held up really well against this, and I always want to commend the recoveries on this, because we do talk about these high pressure situations that you have to go for the safe 2-star, but sometimes it's not going to happen, you know, and often in these high pressure situations, they don't happen. If you're using something like a blizzard, that's probably one of the toughest things to try and get done in that situation. But he handles it like a champ, handles it like a pro, gets the job done, and secures the stars, as you mentioned, rightfully, which will matter. Now, Boom with the opportunity to pick up the 3-star, turn this one just a little bit further back around, and coming in with the Queen Charge Drag Rider as well. We're seeing Atn taking a huge liking to it with this
his
being
queen's
the
gone.
3rd attack. Oh no!
What?
Where did the queen go?
Oh, she took so much damage. The ground bows, the royal champion. I thought Boom was going to have that covered, but she went down, just didn't get the spells in quick enough. He had the rage, but he needed something else. With the royal champion now trying to steal the healers and get any type of value, this is another major recovery in the works. And let's remember, Boom would have to get the 3-star to win this war for Atn.Attax. And this means that if MCES win, they've got the victory in terms of total wins over Penta. They wouldn't even have to have more stars overall. But Boom's actually done a pretty good job here, Lady B, in switching things to his royal champion and getting the Dragon Riders in pretty quick.
He really has, though the healers suffer from the poison bomb. The royal champion is at perfect health in the center of the base, trying to keep this navigating through. We do have the blimp that switched up to the Stone Slammer to come in for the 12 o'clock side. Drag Riders on the back end helping this one out. Now, we're going to have to pay close mind as the Drag Riders get through the scatter shot and come towards the Wizard Tower with the multi-beams firing away at them, because they are really low health, and I don't know that he's going to have enough steam, despite a beautiful recovery, to bring it to a 3-star.
You have to say that was a beautiful recruit. I mean, look at the percentage. And he's not even done. He's got a lot of buildings to clean up. For the fact that his queen went down at the very start, not even the middle of the queen charge. It was right at the start of the walk, basically, and he still managed to get the 2-star and upwards towards the 70%. Wallbreaker even taking out the Royal Champion statue there. Beautiful job by Boom, doing whatever he can at this stage. But it is going to mean that MCES get the victory overall in the tournament. That moves them to 9 victories, and it means they have more wins than Penta. But interestingly, Lady B, it actually means that MCES have climbed up into 3rd position. So Tribe are now in 4th. Tribe not safe either, but it does mean that they would also be in 4th seed and would have to face Atn.Attax in the finals. So the next matchup with Tribe is going to be super important as to if they can qualify and if they can overtake MCES. But there we have it. MCES getting the victory, securing their spot in the finals. And what an intense matchup that one was.
It's exactly the intensity we expect, and we almost always